So, the talk in the newspapers and the press is that the supposed tier 3 system may indeed last until Easter, start of April. Um, to be frank, it's absurd. I understand, of course, that there must be time to vaccinate people, but the reality is we don't need to vaccinate everyone, and we can't realistically expect the entire country to put its life on hold so that everyone can be vaccinated, because frankly, not everybody is at risk. But 70% of fatalities from coronavirus, roughly, these are approximate figures, 70% of fatalities are roughly in the over 70s. So once you've vaccinated everyone over 70, well, you've taken out a lot of people from the equation in terms of people who can be seriously affected and die. And indeed, even for those for whom the vaccine hasn't worked, and a 95% percent efficient vaccine will of course leave 5% people exposed. Um, you then have this issue that you've given them the best protection that you possibly can. The same is true for immunocompromised individuals. They can't take the vaccine, and the notion that herd immunity will just kick in, well, it will kick in, but it will also kick in if you just allow the virus to spread. So frankly, it's going to become harder and harder to justify the huge sacrifices, the damage to mental health through drug use, unemployment, suicide, isolation, mental health issues that is caused by lockdown. It will become harder and harder to justify that when those who are most at risk at COVID have been given the best protection possible. And there has to be, logically, a cut-off point where you say, we've offered the best protection that we can to those who are most at risk. There's no justification for holding the floodgates anymore. Need to just relax them and let it happen. And that is terrifying to epidemiologists because they worry about the long-term effects of a virus. But of course, we haven't tested the long-term effects of a vaccine either. So, to be perfectly frank with you, it's an interesting point of view that they've got there.